You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Okay, let's jump right in. We've pulled together some really fascinating insights for our discussion today. Everything from how the U.S. economy is doing to some, well, pretty cutting-edge AI in advertising, and even some surprising shifts in how people are shopping. Our goal here is really to pull out the key takeaways for you, kind of give you a shortcut to being fully up to speed.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, is how these different pieces, you know, economic numbers, new tech tools, strategy advice, they don't exist in isolation. They actually weave together to show the whole picture the landscape marketers are dealing with right now. We'll try and connect those dots for you.
Definitely. So one area that's really shaking things up is AI in creative strategy. We're seeing some frankly mind-blowing stuff like AI actors creating these incredibly realistic video ads, the kind that look like user-generated content, like something a real customer would post. Think about boosting your creative output like 10x with no cameras, no studios. It's pretty wild how convincing they are.
It is wild. And it brings up a really important question, doesn't it? How does this AI actually mesh with human creativity? Does it replace it? If you look at Mailchimp, for instance, they've got an interesting approach. They treat content creation almost like a TV studio. They use AI tools, sure, but more to support the human process, not take it over.
Right. Support, not replace.
Exactly. And the results are kind of staggering. We're talking 2 million leads, 300% jump in click-through rates, often because they use AI to refine and scale up the ad testing that was human-led initially.
Yeah.
It really puts AI in the role of an amplifier for our own ideas.
That's a great example of tech boosting marketing efforts. And speaking of boosts, it feels like the U.S. economy might be finding its feet again, too. Retail sales beating forecasts. Consumer confidence seems to be ticking up.
Yeah, the indicators are looking a bit more positive there.
But then there's this interesting twist when you look at data from events like Prime Day. Okay, so non-Amazon retailers still pulled in over $24 billion during that period, which is huge. But here's the kicker. Over half of those sales, straight from mobile devices.
And that mobile dominance, well, it's a game changer. But it brings a serious challenge for businesses.
Which is?
Well, mobile orders consistently average about 32% smaller basket sizes compared to desktop.
Right, smaller orders.
So the question becomes, how do you protect your margins? Smaller orders often mean fulfillment costs per item go up.
So what are brands doing?
We're seeing some smart tactics. Things like AI-driven personalized bundling, clever upsells during checkout, or even using SMS follow-ups later on to maybe encourage a bigger purchase next time.
Ah, okay.
And it's not just about that big holiday rush anymore either. Pinterest data, for example, shows holiday planning starts way earlier now, like August. Yeah. So that means you need proactive strategies all year round. Things like getting your product catalogs really optimized for AI-powered ad targeting become, well, non-negotiable.
Okay, so you've got these powerful AI tools, this major shift to mobile. It feels like the pressure on marketers to actually prove their value must be immense. What are some of the maybe cutting-edge ways teams are making sure they have a measurable impact and keeping things efficient?
It really circles back to focusing less on just being busy and more on actual outcomes. The marketers who are really succeeding are the ones tying their work directly to the company's main goals. The OKRs, objectives, and key results.
Right, linking it to the business.
Exactly. And showing real numbers, like new customer trials generated or growth in annual recurring revenue. Concrete stuff.
Makes sense.
And then on the efficiency side, summer, for instance, is actually a great time for, say, PPC advertisers, pay-per-click, to do a deep clean.
What does that involve, like tidying up?
Yeah, basically. Auditing search terms they're bidding on, cleaning up customer lists, testing out new ways to track conversions more accurately, really dialing things in. But it's not just about internal stuff. Understanding where your brand sits compared to the competition is, well, vital. There are tools now that offer data-driven insights that can really help clarify your messaging or spot gaps where your competitors aren't strong.
Finding your unique edge.
Precisely. And one last thing. Don't overlook the power of really focused outreach. Like on LinkedIn, those in-mail messages, we're seeing that templates kept short, really personalized, and under maybe 400 characters, they can significantly boost reply rates. Brevity and personalization pay off.
Okay, wow. So from leveraging AI, adapting to this mobile-first world, and just that relentless need to prove ROI, it's clear things are moving incredibly fast in marketing.
Absolutely. I think the biggest takeaway today is probably that success isn't just about grabbing the newest shiny tech. It's about being agile, making decisions based on real data, and finding that smart mix of technology and genuine human insight. So maybe the question for you listening is, what's the one thing from our discussion today that really stood out, and how might you use that insight to better understand the business decisions happening around you?
Spoken Tech for your ears.